So today I wanted to start by focusing on the question, what do I do when it's not working? Okay. And there's lots of different ways to look at that question. What do I do when it's not working? How is it not working exactly? Where is it that it fails to work? Is nothing working? Is it working to a certain extent? Is everything falling apart? Or is there a moment where you think everything is doing fine and then it falls apart? Because those are different energetic scenarios. Okay? So when we're talking about manifestation, and basically here we are talking about manifestation. What are you trying to receive? What are you being open to? Okay? The if nothing is working, if you're receiving nothing, if you're getting nowhere in the progress of what you want, then your manifestation, your receiving door is completely shut. It's just entirely shut like that. Maybe bolted as well. May have a bar across it. It is shut tight. So then it becomes a process of opening that door. It doesn't have to be open 100% of the way. It can be open about 70% of the way. 75 is better, but 70 is enough. And then you will start to receive what you're trying to manifest. And this generally comes from fear of actually receiving what you say you want, or of believing that you are capable of receiving it, are worthy of receiving it. These are really fundamental issues if you're not able to open the receiving door at all. Okay? You will see nothing. You will feel that life is out to get you and that you constantly have bad luck or bad fortune. And if you're at that point, then you need to start at the beginning of manifestation and of clearing those larger issues which are stopping you from receiving. Clearing issues of self-worth, of your ability, so self-confidence, your knowledge, and your acceptability. Okay? Now, that does happen with some people, but it is far more common to receive to a certain extent, but not everything, or to get word that you will receive something and then have it canceled. And I realize that that's a very bad thing, that disrupts your life in a significant way, but it also shows you where you need to do the work. Okay? So first, look at your receiving door and ask yourself, how open is my receiving door? And get yourself a number between 1 and 10. Or it can be between 1 and 100 if you want to think about it fully in percentages. Is it open to 75? Is it open to 40? How wide is that door open? And when you have that number, if it is below 75, ask what you need to do to open it more. Simply ask and be willing to hear the response. You may need to journal on this. You may need to wait a few days and gradually build it. You're not going to go from 0 to 75, okay? Though I should say that the step from 0 to 75 is a lot easier than the step from 75 to 100. Okay. But be willing to take small steps and progressively open the door until you're at 75, maybe 80%. And you feel confident that you can stand in that, in your own self-worth and value and ability and confidence. Does that make sense for the receiving door? Now, one of the things that I am adding to my manifestation method course is a really special and interesting talk by my colleague Joanne uh, about different issues with receiving. So, what happens when your door is open, but you're still not getting the stuff? And she has this amazing visual of guards around the house. Okay. And imagine the Amazon packages coming to you. You've ordered it, you're expecting it, you've gotten the delivery notice that it's on its way. So it's coming to you. So you have a level where a guard will come out and say, I didn't order that, and refuse to allow it on the property at all. Okay. You have other levels where it arrives and you say, oh, wrong address, and you go and hand it to somebody else. That is a very, very common place for women to be. I have seen that over and over again. And I was just thinking yesterday of a time when I did that to myself. Back, I had just completed my PhD. I was asked to keynote a conference, a small conference, but still keynote a conference. And I was like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not ready to do that. And, obviously I should have said yes to that. I was fully capable of doing it, but I said no because I didn't think that I was important enough to do that. And I recommended somebody else. And you know what? That person said no, and they recommended one of their students who was not as far along as I was. So that's what happens. Sometimes as women, we just order something and then we hand it to somebody else. Okay, so examine, are you doing that? Are you taking your power and handing it off to someone else? And another thing that can happen, she had, the reason this is a wonderful masterclass is she had like 5 or 6 different things that she went into great detail with. But things can arrive and you can say, oh, that's not what I meant to order, and send it back. When something comes that's not precisely what you had in your brain, or it might be exactly what you ordered, but you're no longer sure about getting it, then you return it. Okay, you energetically send it back. And then there's the arrival of the package, and you bring it in your house and you just leave it there, unopened, unexamined. You ignore it as if you hadn't ordered it in the first place. Even though you ordered it and paid for it and it's been delivered and it's sitting in your house, you ignore it as if it's better to have the box on your entry table than to have the item inside.